12 R&B legends, voices that define generations, careers that could have gone on forever, and every single one of them was swallowed by addiction. You've heard their songs at cookouts, weddings, family reunions, but you don't know what happened behind the music, the demons, the deals, the moment the high became more important than the hit. This isn't about judgment. This is about remembering what we lost and maybe understanding why we keep losing them. Number 12, Frankie Lymon. In 1956, a 13-year-old kid from Harlem stood behind a microphone and recorded a song that would change everything. You already know it. And here's the thing about Frankie. He wasn't just young. He was the first black teenage pop star in America. Before Michael, before Stevie, there was Frankie Lymon and the Teenagers. But here's what they didn't tell you. By 15, he was addicted to heroin, introduced to it by a woman twice his age. While other kids were going to school, Frankie was touring the world and chasing a high he could never catch again. His voice changed. The hit stopped. And by 18, his career was over. In 1968, he was found dead in his grandmother's bathroom in Harlem, the same neighborhood where he grew up singing on street corners. A syringe beside him. Frankie Lymon was 25 years old. And if you've ever wondered how someone falls so far so fast, sometimes the fall starts before they even know they're standing on the edge. Number 11, Esther Phillips. Esther Phillips. You might know her as Little Esther. On your menu, what a difference they make. At 14 years old, she won a talent contest at Johnny Otis's club in Watts. By 15, she had 3 number 1 R&B hits. She was the youngest female artist to ever top those charts. And by 20, her career was finished. Heroin had taken over. Here's what haunts me about Esther. In 1972, she recorded a song that told her whole story. A track so raw, so honest that when Aretha Franklin won the Grammy that year, she gave it to Esther instead, said she deserved it more. My yesterday was blue, dear. That song, it was about what it feels like to be trapped by addiction, to know the needle is killing you and reach for it anyway. 24 little hours. Esther battled for decades, comeback after comeback, relapse after relapse. In 1984, she died of liver and kidney failure. She was 48. They buried her in an unmarked pauper's grave. It took a year before anyone gave her a headstone, and that part still gets me. A voice like that, forgotten like that. What a difference a day makes. Real talk. Only 9% of you watching this are actually subscribed. That hurts a little, not gonna lie. We spend hours digging through archives, fact-checking every detail, bringing these stories back to life because this music deserves to be remembered. And you're here because you care about that too. So if these videos mean something to you, if you've ever said, damn, I didn't know that, or felt something while watching, just hit subscribe. It's free, takes 2 seconds, and it tells YouTube to show this to more people who love this music like we do. Let's build this together. All right, back to the story. Number 10, Jackie Wilson. And I'll be at your side forevermore. Number 10, Jackie Wilson. They called him Mr. Excitement. And if you've ever seen footage of Jackie perform, you understand why. The spins, the splits, the voice that could go from a whisper to a scream in the same breath. Elvis studied him. James Brown studied him. Michael Jackson studied him. But here's what most people don't know. Jackie Wilson's father was an alcoholic, and he introduced Jackie to drinking before the boy was 9 years old. 9. Keep it up, quench my desire. By the time Jackie was filling arenas, he was also filling his body with cocaine and amphetamines. His son was shot and killed in 1970. His daughter died young. His money disappeared and the drugs got worse. In 1975, while performing his biggest hit on stage in New Jersey, Jackie collapsed from a massive heart attack. He fell into a coma and never woke up. For 8 years, he lay in a hospital bed. When he finally died in 1984, he was buried in a pauper's grave. Mr. Excitement, gone, just like that. Number 9, David Ruffin. David Ruffin, lead voice of the Temptations during their greatest years. When you hear the opening notes of that one song, you know the one. That's David Ruffin pulling you in. You say, what can make me feel? The grit, the ache, the way he made you believe everyone. But behind that voice was a man at war with himself. David was addicted to cocaine as early as 1967. He started missing shows, missing rehearsals, demanding his name be put before the group. David Ruffin and the Temptations. They fired him, and from there, it was a long, slow slide. In 1985, he stood on stage at Live Aid with Daryl Hall and John Oates. 89,000 people cheering. It should have been the start of a comeback. 6 years later, David Ruffin was dropped off at a Philadelphia hospital after overdosing in a crack house. He had $53 in his pocket. They didn't even know who he was at first, tagged him as a John Doe. He was 50 years old. And if you've ever watched someone with everything throw it all away, you know that's a different kind of heartbreak. Number 8, Ike Turner. Now I know what you're thinking, but stay with me. Before everything else, Ike Turner helped create rock and roll. His 1951 recording is considered by many historians to be the first rock and roll record ever made. If you come down to the river, I bet you're gonna find. He discovered talent, he built careers, he was a pioneer, and he spent $11 million on cocaine. That's not a typo, $11 million by his own estimate. Ike said he started using to stay awake during tours, said it helped him write, but by the 70s, he was buying in bulk and sharing it with anyone in his circle. The hole it burned through his nose was so bad, he used more cocaine just to numb the pain. He lost his studio to a fire, lost his freedom to prison, lost his legacy to everything that came after. When Ike Turner died in 2007, the medical examiner ruled it cocaine toxicity. He was 76 years old and still chasing the same high he started chasing 40 years earlier. Some people who live, you don't have to worry if you got no money. Some demons don't let go just because you get older. Number 7, Sly Stone. the man who made Woodstock feel like church. In 1969, Sly and the Family Stone were the future, a mixed race, mixed gender band playing music that sounded like nothing else.
You love me, you hate me, you know me, and then
you've heard those songs at every function you've ever been to. But here's the thing about Sly. He started carrying a violin case on tour, not because he played violin, because it was the perfect size to hold his cocaine supply. Then came the PCP, then came the crack. Then came the missed shows, 26 concerts canceled in a single year. Promoters stopped booking him because they never knew if he'd show up. By 2011, Sly Stone was living in a van in Los Angeles. A van. The man who headlined Woodstock. Homeless. He finally got clean in 2019. Said it took 4 warnings from doctors before he took it seriously. By then, his lungs were damaged, his voice was gone. He passed away in 2025. And maybe the saddest part, he said he knew the drugs were destroying him the whole time. He just couldn't stop. Number 6, Bobby Womack.
Y'all don't mind, I like to talk about this woman of mine.
Bobby Womack. You know his voice from songs that hit different at 2 a.m. That raw, ragged soul that sounds like someone who's lived every word. And Bobby, he lived it all.
And the skeletons come out of the closet and chase you all around.
By the early 70s, Bobby was running with Sly Stone. His words, not mine. They'd stay up 7-8 days straight. Cocaine, pills, alcohol, whatever was available. Then his infant son died, 4 months old. And Bobby said that's when the drugs stopped being recreational and became survival.
If you think you're lonely.
For 20 years, Bobby chased oblivion. His career stalled. His money disappeared. His friends died around him. But here's where Bobby's story goes different. In the late 80s, he checked into rehab, and he actually stayed clean. He came back, made new music, got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2009. Bobby Womack beat it. He died in 2014 from other health issues, but he died clean, and that matters because it proves it's possible, even after 20 years in the dark. Number 5, Marvin Gaye. The Prince of Motown, the voice behind songs that have soundtracked love, protest, and heartbreak for 60 years. But in his final years, Marvin was unraveling. After his second marriage fell apart, after the IRS came for him, after he had to flee to Europe just to escape his debts. Marvin turned to cocaine, heavy, daily, paranoid. He told people he thought someone was trying to kill him. He stopped eating. He isolated himself in his parents' house in Los Angeles. On April 1st, 1984, one day before his 45th birthday, Marvin Gaye was shot and killed by his own father during an argument. The autopsy found cocaine in his system, and if you've ever wondered what it feels like when addiction doesn't just take your career, but takes everything around you, Marvin's story tells you it doesn't stop at you. It reaches everyone you love. Number 4, Wilson Pickett. Wilson Pickett, the Wicked Pickett. You know his voice from that one song about a party in the midnight hour. Raw, fierce, unapologetic. But Wilson's fire burned in both directions. Throughout the 70s and 80s, Wilson struggled with alcohol. It fueled his temper. It cost him relationships. It led to multiple arrests, assault, drunk driving, running someone over with his car. By the 90s, the Wicked Pickett was more known for his legal troubles than his music. Promoters were afraid to book him. Labels stopped calling. He eventually got sober. Made a comeback of sorts, but the damage was done. Wilson Pickett died in 2006. Heart attack. He was 64. And here's the thing, Wilson always had supporters. People who believed in him, but sometimes the bottle is louder than all of them. Number 3, Billy Preston. Billy Preston. They called him the fifth Beatle. At 16, he was playing organ on tour with Little Richard. By 22, he was in the studio with the Beatles, then the Rolling Stones, then everybody. But Billy had a secret he carried from childhood. Trauma from being molested as a boy, and he never got help for it. Instead, he self-medicated. Cocaine became his escape. By the 80s, Billy's addiction was out of control. He was arrested multiple times. Assault, insurance fraud, cocaine possession. He served time. And here's what's heartbreaking. Billy was always the guy who could lift a room. Watch any footage. He's smiling, he's dancing, he's bringing joy. But behind that smile was a man drowning. I'm gonna sing it to my friends when they go down. Billy Preston died in 2006 from kidney failure related to his years of substance abuse. He was 59. And some people carry so much pain they smile just to hide it. Number 2, Phyllis Hyman. Since I saw you both, I've only got one ambition. If you know, you know. That voice could fill a room and break your heart at the same time. I just wanna be your girl. Phyllis was 6 feet tall, stunningly beautiful, and gifted beyond measure. She should have been one of the biggest stars of the 80s, but Phyllis battled depression her entire adult life. And she medicated with pills and alcohol. The industry didn't know what to do with her. Too jazzy for R&B, too soulful for pop. She watched lesser talents get the deal she deserved, and it ate at her. On June 30th, 1995, hours before she was scheduled to perform at the Apollo, Phyllis Hyman took her own life. She was 45. She left a note that said she was tired. Tired of the business, tired of the struggle, tired of fighting demons nobody else could see. And if you've ever felt overlooked, undervalued, invisible despite your gifts, Phyllis understood, maybe too well. As I prepare to glare, stare deep in. Number 1, Rick James. Rick James. She likes the boys in the band. She says that I'm. You already know what I'm about to say. Everybody knows. But let me tell you what you might not know. Before the fame, before the catchphrases, Rick James was a musical genius. She's a super freak, super freak. He played every instrument, he wrote songs, he produced, he created the sound of an entire era, and he spent $1.5 million on cocaine in a single year. By his own admission, Rick didn't think he had a problem. His accountants had to tell him. And even then, he didn't stop. The drugs led to arrests, assault, kidnapping charges, time in Folsom Prison. His career was destroyed. Once you get it off the street, oh, girl. When Rick James died in 2004, the autopsy found 9 different drugs in his system, including cocaine, including meth.
It's such a freaky scene. That girl is pretty.
He was 56 years old, and in one of his last interviews, he said something that'll stick with me forever. He said, "Cocaine is a hell of a drug." He meant it as a joke, but it wasn't funny. It was the truth, and he knew it.